Yes, it is. But it gets a few things right, and we're gonna talk about it on today's episode of Batman v Superman is directed by Zach Snyder and stars Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill. Okay, so my challenge for today is to talk about this film without saying anything negative. I mean, sure, I could talk about the asinine casting choices, or I could talk about the asinine music choices. Sure, I could stand here and tell you that it's a gloomy, melancholic clusterfuck of noise and garbage. But listen, any film that has a scene where Batman hits Superman over the head with a bathroom sink has at least one thing going for it. Namely, that it has a scene where Batman hits Superman over the head with a bathroom sink. I think this movie has a great sense of imagery. And let me tell you, I am a sucker for good imagery. Look at this image of Superman. He's shot from underneath as he zooms by overhead, kinda like it's creepy footage of a UFO or something. This movie tries to make Superman scary, and I can understand why people don't like that because he's supposed to be a good guy, but if Superman really existed, he would be a little scary. Zack Snyder doesn't understand basic human dialogue, but he does understand imagery. And this image is twice as apropos because Superman technically is an alien, so shooting him like a UFO makes sense thematically.
How come you say the word thematically so much?
Well, because themes are important to storytelling.
I think you say it because you think it makes you sound smart. You do, don't you?
I can neither confirm nor deny that accusation at this time, and I won't be commenting on any further speculation.
You fucking creep.
Anyway, imagery. I mean, look at this weird thing. I don't know what the fuck it is, and honestly, I don't really care because the movie never gives me a reason to, but it still makes for a rad image. And I think this movie is full of rad images. I think this image is rad, this image is fucking cool, this one's badass, this is a cool image, this one. Ah, look, Batman has glowy eyes. Whoa, it's got like cool glow in the dark eyes, it looks cool. I would honestly say this movie has a strong visual presence. This movie is like a series of pretty paintings, but of course, the problem with that is that movies are expected to be more than a series of pretty paintings. With the superhero genre, the fantasy genre, and the sci-fi genre specifically, we expect these movies to be fun and to succeed in getting us to care about the characters. As pretty as these paintings are, unfortunately, all this imagery is in service of depressing emo schlock. But if you can disconnect the material from the imagery itself, I think it's beautiful to look at, even if what we're seeing is powerfully stupid. So what else does this movie got going for it? Batman hits Superman with a sink. Good, that's one. We get to see Amy Adams in a tub. They get a point for that. She's billed in the credits as just Lois. Why didn't they write Lois Lane? That's so weird. I like Batman's "You're not brave, men are brave" line. I thought it was clever. Batman would have to be pretty brave to go up against Superman, and he fucking did it all right. Unfortunately, at this point, I have to abandon my self-imposed challenge because this movie really falls apart in the last 20 minutes. So Batman takes mercy on Superman when Superman mentions that he has a mommy, and then Batman remembers his mommy, and then Batman feels bad because he doesn't want Superman to lose his mommy the way that Batman lost his mommy, and then Lex Luthor brings a monster to life, and the monster wants to kill Superman even though it was just born? You were just born, monster. How do you even know that you're evil yet? Honestly, I think the mommy thing could work, but the movie doesn't do enough to establish that Batman and Superman love their mommies. All it takes to get two characters who are fighting to finally get along is for them to realize that they have something in common. And their mothers are a good means to that end, it just wasn't handled right. There's one scene of Superman with his mommy, but that's not enough. The entire film should have been interspliced with flashbacks of little Superman with his mommy and little Batman with his mommy. Make a storyline out of it. That way when the mommy element comes into play, we actually care about it. Maybe at the end, Batman and Superman have to go fight the big bad monster, and maybe Superman is injured so Batman offers to give him a ride in the Batmobile. Then while they're taking a little drive in the little Bat car and things are kinda awkward and quiet, maybe Superman could say something about his mommy, and then Batman would say, "Oh, you have a mommy? I have a mommy." And then they could start swapping mommy stories, and then they'll realize that their mommies are similar, and then they'll realize that they are similar. And they can call it Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Mommies. I'm Max G, this was my brain dump of the week, and I hope you hated it. hotdiggedydemon.com